It's not a video that I like to make, but I really feel like I need to make this video. As you guys know, I do a lot of rescuing. I've gotten countless animals saved, rehomed, and some that remain here. And it's honestly one of the heaviest things that lay on my heart. It's not always the person who is getting these animals. A lot of the time, most of the time, it's the pet shops selling the animals. If you don't know what you're doing, you don't know much about the animal that you're looking at, you're going to go with whoever can give you the most information. Typically, if you go into the pet shop, you happen to see a ball python, maybe it's price reduced, whatever the case may be, you happen to really have interest in that animal, you ask the store's employee about information on said animal, they give you their care sheet, whatever, maybe he gives you information verbally, whatever the case may be. Unfortunately, time and time again, they're giving the wrong information. And they don't care. All they care about, Pet Supermarket, Petco, PetSmart, the list goes on. All they care about is your money. They don't care about the animal's health. They don't care about how long the animal's going to survive. They don't care about how you take care of the animal. They don't care about none of that. Not even with their birds, their rodents, their fish. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Yeah, they make you sign a piece of paper, some of them. They really don't care what you do with those animals. With that being said, do not get an animal without minimal research. It is not hard to research the animal's care, the care tips, care guide, whatever you want to call it. Minimum care husbandry, which husbandry is temperature, humidity, substrate, feeding, just to say a few. That is your biggest thing. Your biggest thing. Other stuff you can find out along the way, but that there is important. I really can't stress this enough. I really thought that I wouldn't have to continue posting videos like this and talking on this matter, but yet here we are. It is 12:30 right now. So Sunday, 2 days ago, I'll probably end up posting this video later on in the week. I've already recorded 2 other videos to post later on, but regardless, Sunday, I was messaged on Facebook, as I am quite frequently. I'm totally fine with that, guys. If you have any questions, please come to me, ask me. I don't care what it is. There's no question too dumb, stupid, whatever. Ask me. Don't matter what it is. Make sure you ask me if you have any questions at all when it comes to these animals. Regardless, I don't know the full story. What I kind of grasped from everything was that her brother's ex had possessed this snake. I don't know for how long. I don't know what kind of care it was given. I don't know too much of anything about... Sorry, my My Glock keeps hitting my chair. I don't know if you guys can hear that clicking. Regardless, I don't know the exact care that this animal was given in the meantime of it being owned or possessed by this other party. However, the person who messaged me said she went and checked on the animal who wasn't acting like herself. So obviously I asked, certain questions. I try to get pictures of the animal and whatnot. Generally speaking, the biggest issue is, biggest issue is going to be stuck shed. Stuck shed is so easy to combat. You need to actually give them the humidity that they require. Once you give them the humidity that they actually require, you don't really have those issues. Now, sometimes you may have shed that falls apart, breaks apart as it's peeling off, but generally you don't have issues when it comes to the whole shed being stuck. Now, when you have an animal with stuck shed, you need to soak that animal for about 15 to 30 minutes in warm water. Not hot water, not cold water, warm water. That shed will loosen up and your animal should be able to peel it off by itself. Sometimes people give me some issues for it, but sometimes I like to peel the shed off myself, whether it's if one of my animals starts shedding and I see it, I want to try to peel it off just because I like the sheds to come out whole. Sometimes on their cypress mulch, it breaks up itself. So I like to try to assist with that. That way I get his whole shed. Regardless, so I got pictures of this animal and I'll add one right here. That's not okay. You might not understand just by looking at that picture, but that animal is not okay. Here's another one. Yeah, it's a huge issue. Obviously, you can see some stuck shed going on right there. And it's obviously being cooked. There's no question about it. Now, I explained the husbandry, care tips, whatever you want to call it, with this individual, and trying to get an understanding of how exactly this happened, how it exactly got to this point. I'm not going to go over the messages just because I'm not going to put people's business out like that. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm just trying to get more people to understand these animals before they jump and buy one on an impulse. Let's be honest. So with that being said, later on in the conversation, she ended up sending me another picture. And that. Now, that's the underside of that animal. That animal is still alive at that point. That animal was definitely being cooked. 100% being cooked. That takes a very long time to get to that point. It does not happen in one day. It just doesn't. That animal died today. The care that the animal received was not the best care that they could provide, or that could be provided for that animal. Again, not talking about the person who messaged me, but the care that the animal was in before she received the animal. I really hope that this kind of opens your guys' eyes a little bit. I know that this is a longer video. I do apologize. I really hope you guys are still here with me. But please, please, for the sake of the animal, do your research before buying any animal. I can't get any clearer than that. This is a perfect example as to why you don't. Not even talking about the other person who ended up getting a ball python that they seen at a pet shop and they impulse bought, and a couple days later, 2 or 3 days later, they go to feed the animal. They have to eat rodents. You can't give snakes strawberries, carrots, stuff. It doesn't happen. It doesn't work. Not only would it not work, but there's literally no nutritional value for that animal. These animals are predators. These animals need to eat other meat proteins. But regardless, she knew that. They knew that. They got the animal 2 days later, 2 or 3 days later, they go to feed it, and they didn't like the fact that they had to feed it rats. You knew that before you got it. Why did you get it? Like, I can't understand why people do not do their research. This is very important. It doesn't matter if it's a rabbit, if it's a rat, if it's a snake, no matter what kind of snake, a ball python, a corn snake, a carpet python, a blood python, a red-tailed boa, it doesn't frickin' matter. Do your research on the animal. Bare minimum, basic care. Please. Sorry. With these animals being my passion, it really kills me seeing that these animals are suffering due to the lack of knowledge. Generally, like I said, it's the pet stores giving either false information or non-adequate information, and sometimes it's complete arrogance from the purchaser. So please, again, do your research. That's going to be the end of that, guys. I do apologize for rambling on with my TED Talk, but please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It's greatly appreciated. We love you. Take care.